Hello everyone, this is April, the artist behind InvokeArtSense. Today I bring you another video, my first official video for 2020, and I will be doing a Creatuanary. They spelled it wrong, I think, but yeah, I think it was supposed to be spelled Creatuanary, like for creature and January, but they spelled it with a Uanary, Creatuanary 2020. So it was created by Debu Janteno Turno, Joshua Carols _art, Rafatir _official. You can find the prompt on Instagram if you just look for this hashtag. So today I have here the list for their prompt for 31 days, but I will be only doing the highlighted ones here, and my first one for this video will be Pegasus. So I will be doing Pegasus in Gouache and Ohuhu markers. The first thing I do will be the gouache painting in my Moleskin sketchbook here. And the last final piece I will be doing will be on cardstock. I did the line art in my Moleskin first on the sketch, and then I scanned it and imported it into my Photoshop. And I printed it out, cleaned it up, did black and white, and then I printed it out on this cardstock that's 110 pounds. And it's the first time I'm going to be using my markers on this kind of paper, and hopefully it goes well. And this one hopefully will be made into a sticker if it comes out looking okay. And this one is just for practice with gouache. Everyone should know what and who Pegasus is. And Pegasus, when I think of Pegasus, I think of the movie Clash of the Titans from the new release or even the old release. And he was a mythical winged horse, and he was captured by Perseus and trained to aid him in his quest to kill both Medusa and the Kraken, which is kind of ironic because Medusa is his mother. So he had to help kill his own mother. And from his birth to his death, he was a mysterious creature capable of everything. He symbolized the divine inspiration or the journey to heaven. And he was synonymous to flying to the heavens. And he was represented by this gentle creature, like the horse form. I mean, that's a gentle creature that we see of as tameable and kind and gentle. And they were good-hearted and naive and just eager to help. So Pegasus was this helper, and for his service and loyalty, Zeus honored him with a special immortality, turning Pegasus into a constellation on the last day of his life. Who wouldn't want to live as a constellation? But he got to live as a constellation. So he became immortal because he was this kind-hearted, gentle being, this kind-hearted animal. I would consider him a person in a way, and not just an animal. He was just kind and gentle to everyone, and he was naive enough just to help anybody. He just wanted to help. And there are people out there that are just willing to help anybody, and are just so nice and kind, and they don't care about receiving help back. They just want to help. And in this case, this was his case. He just wanted to help everybody. Didn't matter if the people he helped were running over him or using him, or he just wanted to help. It didn't really matter what he got in return or how the people felt by him helping them. He was kind, and there are many people out there in the world that are like that, just so kind and warm-hearted, and that would help anybody without even asking why you need help. And he was the son of the mortal Medusa and Poseidon, and he had to help kill his own mother. And his father was the god of the sea. Pegasus and his brother Chrysaor was born from the blood of their beheaded mother, Medusa. The Gorgon tricked and killed, by him. So he had to trick his own mother. And from that, his brother was born. So he has a big history. This is my favorite thing to draw, because Pegasus is just magical, mysterious, and mythical, and there's just a lot that you can do with this. And then they also say that he was born from Medusa's blood mixed with the foam of the sea. And the myth says that Pegasus was born to a winged horse, was born as a winged horse, because his father Poseidon had the shape of a horse when seducing Medusa. I guess that's kind of weird, but interesting in a way. And he was born, a huge thunderstorm and lightning pierced the sky, and that's how he became. And the most common myth also says that goddess Athena tamed the winged horse and gave him to Perseus, who we see from movies like from Clash of the Titans, and who later needed to fly far away to help his lover Andromeda. And in recent times in movies, you see him as this black horse, but usually you see him as a white horse. But I didn't paint either horses here white. I didn't really want to stick with white, but the pinkish horse was, I guess, the closest thing. But no, I didn't want to do white. But that's usually how we see Pegasus in the myth and mythology, is a white horse, and in recent times black. Another version of his birth was told where after Perseus killed his mother Medusa, then after he cut her head off with his shield, he was born from the head, and along with his brothers, or along with his siblings. So he was born from his mother's neck after Perseus killed him. And he emerged a fully winged horse, while his brother Chrysaor emerged as a giant, or a winged boar. So there are many stories about Pegasus, and but the one that we all know is that he was born from Medusa, or Medusa is his mother. And that Perseus had a great relationship with Pegasus, because he was with him to help rescue Andromeda from the sea monster in Ethiopia. Pegasus has been depicted in many films, and we all know Hercules from the Disney movies, right? So Hercules, there's Pegasus, and he's just he is seen on Olympus, and then Zeus just created him from a puff of smoke when Hercules was born. But that was a completely made up story, but that is cute. And they grew up together, and then later Pegasus went down to earth with Hercules. But that is not the real story of Pegasus, but he is seen in many films. Fantasia, Hercules, Clash of the Titans, Thor, Ragnarok, there's Valkyrie, briefly seen riding one. The Valkyries briefly seen riding one, and that was showing of power, that the character that was a Valkyrie, that they are shown to have power by riding the Pegasus. And in Avengers Endgame, she rides one again in the final battle. So once again, power is seen from partnership with Pegasus. And then I guess on one more final discussion about horses and Pegasus, we all should know of the My Little Pony series, right? I was a big My Little Pony fan, and I grew up with it, the show, the old classic show. Even in the DeviantArt days, I was into My Little Pony. And so we all know, like, or maybe some of us know, that the My Little Pony characters had Pegasuses. However, I've seen both online. They've also had the combination with the unicorn and the wings. It's called alicorn on My Little Pony. So it's just been, this Pegasus is so popular. It started from mythology and it's continued in our current times in our shows and series. And that is why I like the horse here, the Pegasus. In the beginning of my art journey, I started drawing a lot of horses because my middle school's mascot was a Mustang. And I loved horses back then, and I grew up with My Little Pony, and I even still have the old little figures that I've never thrown away, the little toys. And I guess in that show, I would say the Pegasuses or Pegasi. The Pegasi, I think that sounds better than Pegasuses. The Pegasi was my favorite character in the show. Not exactly Rainbow Dash per se, but I guess yes, Rainbow Dash was a Pegasus. I would say Fluttershy. I wouldn't say Rainbow Dash was my favorite character, probably the least of all, but Fluttershy was my favorite alongside with Twilight Sparkle. And then the show, I don't really watch it or do anything with it now, but I have good memories from it. And the Pegasus art you see in front of you, that is My Little Pony, was probably the biggest influence from it. Everyone has a different opinion, or the movies in general. Hercules and the movies and My Little Pony series, and probably other series. Done with this gouache painting, and I finished it off with my lining, my Microns, but I did have some trouble lining with the Microns, and I used instead my my Faber-Castell Pitt artist pen. If I had a black Pitt pen like this, it would have been much easier. I just don't really know what is the best way with gouache, because I did line it first, but then I hide all the lines during my painting process, so I had to go back with it again. And I guess I painted a lot more paint than the last gouache painting I did. And I also do different ways. Sometimes I don't line it, sometimes I line it. But this is finished, and you must tell me which one you like best. I'm going to start my next one. So I am going to use my Ohuhu markers to color this, and I'm going to go with the same kind of theme, night with the moon in the back, possibly a moon, but definitely a night and stars in the back. But I think I want a different color scheme. This is the first Creatuanary series, possibly. I'm not sure if I will do another video with Creatuanary because I don't want to get burned out, and I don't want all my videos, you know, to be just this prompt this whole month. But you may see 1 or 2 more of these. It just depends. I may want to do the drawings off camera because it takes a lot of time to record. Okay, I am finished with both of my illustrations. So I have, the last one I did was with Ohuhu markers, and this one I did with gouache. And you must leave a comment below. Leave a comment telling me which one do you like better. Do you like the gouache illustration here? Or do you like the Ohuhu marker one? Really? I'm really undecided on which one I like, but I really think I'm leaning more towards the gouache here, just because I have more color and it's just brighter. But this one is also great, but please tell me what you think. But I had a lot of fun doing both of these, and I gotta tell you that the Ohuhu markers did so great. Even though I like this one better, I really like how the Ohuhu markers reacted with the cardstock I used. There was no bleeding, no feathering. This is 110-pound paper, 99 GSM, and it works great. So if you want to save a buck or two, you don't really need any mixed media paper. And if you just want to print on your computer with just your line art, that's what I did. I only did a little bit of line art on this just to get rid of I got rid of the middle partition on Photoshop, but any faded line art that didn't come up very well, I just redid a little bit, but didn't take a lot. And I just drew in the wing here that's missing the tip onto here after I printed it. So that's a great option. But I almost just went with just tracing it on my light box and drawing it on a mixed media paper. But it really doesn't matter. Actually, this is better than my mixed media paper. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you like both of these drawings, and you like the creation of both of these drawings, and subscribe to the video, and I will see you next time for the next exciting video. Goodbye, everyone.